Question number 7. This one we're given two Venn diagrams to shade in and to see the difference. So this first one we're asked to shade not A, union, not B. And let me show you how I sort of do this. I start with the one on the left, not A. What does not A look like? Well, I'm going to go ahead and shade that. Not A is everything outside of A, but it's also this part here. This is not in A, so that's not A. Check that one out. We're going to union everything that's not in B. Now when we union, we just add in additional stuff. So we're going to keep the shading part. So now we're considering this circle here, B, this whole thing here. What part is not in that circle? Well, that's this part over here. So there's the shading of not A, union, not B. Let's see how we do it over here. In here, we always start sort of order of operations. You start inside the parentheses. We are asked to shade A, so I'm going to do that, starting inside the parentheses, left to right. Shade everything in A. That's what I've done. We're going to union it with everything in B. So a union is, we're just adding. So we don't use the eraser, we're just going to add to it. So we add whatever's in B. So that is what the parentheses gives us. Now the last thing to do is to do a not. So it's the opposite. So just sort of make a mental picture what you have and then make a negative of it. So the white part will become shaded, the shaded part will become white. So what I'll do first is I'll shade the outside, and then I remember I'm going to unshade these two. So I'm going to click here because this is a not, and then let's erase this part we already had. It's a little challenging stuff. You have to have some visual memory, but that's what this one is. Hopefully, this is kind of like one of my favorite. I really love this tool that Alex has. It's a good way to understand Venn diagram shading. Doing by hand, well, it just isn't as much fun because you have to erase. Okay, so we'll leave it at that. Let's